What is going on, YouTube family? Welcome back to another episode of Pips and Points. I'm your host, Jono, and today we're going to be talking about the Nas 100. Literally, I think the whole video today is just going to be based on the Nas 100. All right, so literally, what do we cover with the Nas 100? Nas 100 signals, um, obviously Nas 100 trading forecast, and Nas 100 analysis today, being the 14th of February. So we're going to get into it now. The last video that I made, right, that was on a Thursday, the 9th of February, all right, and I did make another video after that. I should have made a video yesterday, Sunday, but I didn't do that. Also, my apologies to all my Piptonites. And how do you become a Piptonite? Super easy. Just hit the subscribe button. I release videos ideally every single day. Sometimes it's not every single day, but ideally it's every single working day of the week. Monday to Friday I release videos. Sometimes I can't do it because life gets in the way, but literally this is what I aim to do. Okay, so if you subscribe, you'll be getting daily updates, but in the meantime you're supposed to be doing your homework in regards to how you navigate around this whole situation, what we refer to as the Nas 100, so that you can collect as many pips and points. All right, so we're just going to do a quick recap from the ninth, what happened. All right, so from the ninth, obviously we were in profit, so we took profit. So I'm just going to go into like an hourly time frame so you can see exactly what's happened, and I'm locking all of these little boxes in place, okay, because we're going to be visiting them again at some point in the near future when I actually sync this up with my my MT5, my broker, so that you guys can actually see for yourself the profits and the losses that I've been taking along the way, right? And so far, the previous week and last week just gone. So the previous week and last week just gone, I haven't taken any else. All right, it literally, but also at the same time, I haven't been hitting my take profit target either. I've been getting stopped by a trailing stop, which I have been using to lock in profits along the journey. So on the Friday, okay, I took this trade in the afternoon. So I took this trade in the morning, okay. So just going to zoom in a little bit more. Zoom in a little bit more. I took this trade in the morning, okay, and I got closed out by this wick exactly. So this wick right here is what took me out, and that was with a trailing stop. So I was out and I didn't do anything. But to be fair, this is why it gets super tricky when you're trading, right? Because this situation over here, right? I saw it, but because I had been stopped out with a little bit of profit, I just closed the chart, closed everything, and I went about my day. And it was only later when I came back that I saw that the structure had actually broken, and that I should have actually put in a sell where I would have collected more pips, right? But however, I didn't do that. So I missed all of this, okay? I missed all of this, and then obviously this carried on. So the 14th, so this all cast, so I missed all of this, right? So it came down, and obviously weekend happened, and then this was in the early hours of this morning. So I was watching. I was thinking to put in a buy, but this particular structure down here, I didn't like one bit, so I didn't. And I didn't put in a sell either. Reason why I didn't put in a sell, actually, as a matter of fact, let me get off this page. Let me just get off this whole thing, and we look at it on another one, right? We look at it on another cleaner chart. So let's just go into a cleaner chart that we're looking at. Right, cool, perfect. This is the one. This was the chart that we've been using from last week. So this morning, basically, I saw all of this happening, right? So I saw this situation here happening, and I was super tempted to put in a buy. I kid you not, I was so tempted to put in a buy, but I didn't do it there. I didn't do it at this level at all, right? And what happened was it broke and it came down. So when it broke and it came down, I was thinking, is it going to come down further? What's it going to do? So I wasn't sure. So I didn't do anything here either. All right, I didn't do anything here either, right? So I left it. So obviously it went, and then obviously it produced this. So it produced this on its way up. So I'm like, since it's broken above the last previous high, which was over here, right? The last previous high, which was over here, which was a lower high, right? I was like, it makes sense. And technically I should have waited for it to pull all the way back down here, but I didn't care. I was like, you know what? I just hold a big stop. I wait until it gets to profit, and then obviously we figure something out along that way. So what I did was I jumped in straight here. I jumped in straight at this level, and this is where I'm in right now. And as you can see, I'm in a red, right? So I bought right here this afternoon. It was about what? Say about maybe 1 o'clock. Let me see this right. Actually, no, this is the hourly. No, sorry, not 1 o'clock. It was later in the day. It was about 5. I know this is the wick I got because I'm holding all this red, so I'm not in profit at all. I'm not in profit at all. So I bought the top of this position right here. My mouse is acting really weird these days, man. So, anyways, right. Enough about that. So, so why did I take this position right here? Why did I take that position? And what do I think the TP is going to be? Okay, so like I said, the correction, in my opinion, is over. This over here was the correction, right? So this here was the correction, and in my opinion, I think the correction is over. I think the correction is over. So if you look, so this is where it came down from. Let me just bring that in a bit more. So this is where it came down to. This is where I took my biggest red. So I took my biggest red around this area right here, right? This is where I'm trying to build back up from. Hence why we're using trailing stops now, supposing to waiting to hit TP, because I want to get everything back as fast as possible. And looking at what the markets is doing all the way down here, I think me bringing in the trailing stop is actually a very, very, very good idea, because this thing is not it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing. It's literally, it's playing games, it's doing silly things that I really don't like. But however, that's what we're left with. That's what we've got to work with. So that is what we're left with. That's what we're doing, right? Okay, so let's see what's going on here. So reason why I bought at this particular level is because this is very close to this particular level right here. Okay, so that's one. Close to this particular level right here, and I don't think this is going to go any lower than this. I don't think it's going to come anywhere around here. So this zone looks like it's a very good zone to be picking up from, okay, especially if you're looking at taking the TP all the way up here. Do you know what I mean? So this zone is a very good spot to be looking at, to be picking up from. It could go lower, so I kid you not, it could go lower. Hence why I always say I am not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. Please subscribe, become a pip tonight. You need to learn how to do the homework. If you don't really know how to do the homework, then you need to learn how to do the homework, because there's only so much I can show you. Watching me trade, right, and looking for tips and points, looking for tips and pointers in regards to best way of doing things. You should be at the level where you kind of have an idea what to do and how to do it. Okay, you should be at that particular level. If you're a fresh newbie, you can pick up some points from me, okay, but you need to be grabbing some books and really going through those to help you figure out how to navigate through all of this. Because literally in the videos that I do, essentially it's for people that have been in the game and are struggling to figure out what to do, but they know how to navigate around it. If you don't know how to navigate around it, you don't know about resistance, support levels, which I always refer to as price action levels, you don't know about market structure and all the rest of it, then you really need to be hitting the books to get your head around all of that. And then after that, you can come over here and then you can work with the strategy that I talk about, which is how I trade, and I explain how I do it. And you can just basically use that to your advantage if you're able to follow along. All right, so let me get rid of this because this is irrelevant. I thought it was going to go up here, but it didn't. It broke down instead. So let's get rid of this. So this is gone. We've got the levels marked out. Let me actually bring in the fib to see if the fib has a recommendation for us that we could really look at to see if it will help with the situation. Let me actually so there you are. They're the coordinates of my fibs, so you can copy that down, go back and pause it if you like. Let's use dotted lines. Right, so here's a recommendation for the fib to say to buy at, right? And if I go in closer, I see if my entry's around here somewhere. So literally just above where I got in, just above. I literally got in somewhere around here somewhere. And the fib is saying that at the top is where you should be considering the buy, and the stop loss should be all the way down. Let's get this. Okay, let's make this line thicker. Right, and the stop loss should be down here. Should be down here. Let's see what this is. Let me get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Let's do that again. Right. Yep, and the stop loss should be down here somewhere. So, and if you look at these levels, actually let me go in and put on their prices so at least you guys can see that. I was actually going to wait until further on down the line before I showed the whole configuration of the fib, but you know what the hell. What does it matter, eh? Let's pull it there actually. Actually no, in the middle is better. In the middle is better. Center. Okay, so stop is at 1373. Actually wait, it's terrible where it is. Sorry about this guys, sorry about this. I'm trying to move it to a spot where it's clear. Let's just put it to the right. No, left actually. Right, so stop 1371, entry 1439, and then the levels above is where if you feel comfortable to jump out, you jump out basically. Right, that's what that basically is in a nutshell. But this is what we got going on. I mean, this is the move. I mean, where it is right now, it's where you want it. And if it goes lower, great. It means you can grab some more. But this is where you want it. This is where you actually want it. This is where you want the Nas to be. So at least you can ride it up to the upside. And to the upside, what are we talking about? What are we looking at? We are looking at we're looking at 13.9%, which is a good gain. But like I say, I'm going to be doing this with a trailing stop activated. So I suspect that as I'm moving to the upside, it's going to be a bit choppy. I'll be getting closed out. I'll be getting brought in. I'll be getting closed out. I'll be getting brought in. I'll be getting closed out, etc., etc., etc. That's going to be happening. But either way, I plan on taking no L's. And if we bring this up to the daily, we can kind of see that there is a lot of room. There is a lot of room for growth in this. There's a lot of room for serious potential and serious gain in this whole situation right here. So you want to make sure that you really have done the homework. I mean, look what we got going on right at the bottom. Right at the bottom of this structure right here. Right at the bottom. This looks like a doji. I mean, I have to wait till the day closes, which is going to be in a few hours. But if this closes as a doji, then there's a very good chance that tomorrow is going to be very, very, very promising indeed. Very promising indeed. And for tomorrow, so if I jump on, because where I normally use my news, I get my news from Forex Factory. So if you don't use Forex Factory, you really want to use Forex Factory for the news, right? So we're going to jump onto Forex Factory right now. You jump onto that. We don't care about the Euro USD charts. We care about today, what's going on. So the news today, FOMC, obviously they came in, they did the speech, they did all of that, which is all fine. But let's focus on tomorrow. So I'm just going to go into the filter and just clean it all up. So we're only looking at what we're interested in. Right. Actually, as a matter of fact, let's look at only the reds. Usually I look at everything on it, to be fair, but for the sake of this video, we're only going to look at the reds. So between now and Wednesday, okay, we have news. This thing over here, it can be doing all kinds of crazy shit between now and Wednesday. After Wednesday, whatever move it is locked into, that's what we can expect for the following 2 days up until Friday, in my personal opinion. Okay, it doesn't have to be that way at all, but that's what I think will happen. All right, so if we go back to Forex Factory, we can see we've done one news already, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 more to come, right? This is just a meeting where they do what they do, but these 3 could potentially move. Even the meeting could actually move. Even the meeting could actually move the markets. I don't think the meeting will though. It could, but I don't think it will. I think it's going to be the PPI, the core retail sales, that is actually going to make something happen. So that's what I would want to keep an eye out on over the coming days. So with that said, lads, right, I'm going to keep this short and just turn around and just say, hey, keep doing what you're doing, stay in the markets, keep trying to figure this out. You are going to work, you are going to figure it out, and the penny is going to drop, which is a UK saying of you basically figured it out, like it clicks. It's going to make sense to you, all right? And it's going to make sense in all areas in terms of you're going to know how to move. You're going to be able to combine the fundamentals with the technicals. And that is what you want. You just don't want to be one side only. You don't want to be technicals only, and you don't want to be fundamentals only. You want to be both. You want to be able to use the technicals to support the fundamentals. And you can't go wrong once you play it in that way. So with that said, I want to thank you all for coming over and watching another episode of Pips and Points. I want to give a special shout out to all my Piptonites. I appreciate you all. I have so much love for you guys coming over, supporting me in all the videos that I do. I appreciate you. I have so much love for you, and basically I just want you guys to win. I want you guys to win, and you are going to win because we're together in this journey. And to all the new guys coming over, it will cost you nothing to like the video, and if you want to obviously become a member of the family, which we welcome you to, right, hit the subscribe button, become a Piptonite. All right, so up until the next video, which will be tomorrow, okay, I want to wish you all a good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Have a blessed one, and we'll catch it, and we'll pick this back up again tomorrow. So until then, this is Jono signing out.